So last week we talked about the importance of self-care. And that's because I was sharing that so many people have asked me, what do I need to do to get prepared for this next school year and all the changes that are coming our way and all the inconsistencies and all the uncertainties. And I truly believe that if you want to be best prepared for the new school year, it starts with taking care of your internal self and finding ways to neutralize your strong feelings and your emotions and get a good self-care routine and rituals in place so that when stress levels increase, when school starts, that you're fully prepared to deal with whatever comes your way. So that was last week, the importance of self-care, the importance of routines. This week, I want to talk a little bit about knowing yourself, because self-care routines and rituals are awesome, but if you're putting things in place that don't really fulfill you, or you don't know what it is that fulfills you, or you don't know yourself enough to know what kind of practices are best for your type of self-care routine, it's not super helpful. So here's my recommendation. First of all, I think it's best to take a personality test. Multiple, actually. I suggest there's Human Design, there's Enneagram, there is Myers-Briggs, there's the Gallup. Some of them are more strengths-based, some of them are more personality-based, but Myers-Briggs, Enneagram are free. I'm not sure about Human Design. I know Gallup you have to pay. I think the lower rate is like $12 maybe, but definitely Myers-Briggs, Enneagram, both good to take. The thing with personality tests, though, is it will tell you kind of about your personality type. And my struggle with that is those things are not set in stone. My fear is that when we take personality tests, we're like, oh, that's who I am. And you might lean into that more, which is okay if that's who you want to be. But if there's something that pops up in your personality test that you don't really love, you don't have to be that. You know about neuroplasticity, about neuroscience, that you can change your brain, you can change your personality. Epigenetics, you can change the way that your genes display, so you can become whatever you want to be. I'm a great example of that. I am naturally a lot more introverted, and as a child was always labeled very shy, and I'm very soft-spoken, so naturally it leads itself to people to say, she's shy. But as I got older and wanted to change that and started speaking at conferences and started doing more networking for business, I became much more extroverted. And I've always been extroverted in the background, like the adventurous part of me, but the vocal, the intonation, the energy and the presence hasn't always been loud. And as I put myself in more extroverted-like settings, I become more loud with my energy. So I'm shaping and changing my brain chemistry, my personality, my genes to be more extroverted. And that's only if you want to. So, step one, take a personality test or tests and learn a little bit about who you are and kind of lean into the parts that you like and work on changing the parts that you don't like. Step two is I really encourage you to figure out what your core values are. Like, what are your eternal core values? And I would say like 3. So I'm going to link a blog post below that talks about and gives you links to the personality tests. But also it walks through a 7-day process of figuring out your own core values. And I've gone through many core values exercises. You can do it in 7 days. You can do it in 1 day. You can do it one sitting. Essentially, you're going to create a list of I would say maybe 20 things that you value in life. It could be fitness. It could be healthy eating. It could be spending time with friends. It could be exercising. It could be reading. It could be so many things. So you list all of those things, maybe 20, and then you look at that list and you narrow it down to 10, and then to 5, and then to 3. And the 3 that you are left with are your 3 core values. So once you have those 3 core values and you have your personality test and you kind of look at them together, you can figure out a little bit more about who you are. And if you know who you are, then you can start to pull in things for self-care that align to your core values. So here's a great example. I was at an event last night where there were a few of us at a lake, and my core values align to health and fitness and eating well and empathy, and then just calmness and balance, because I'm go all the time. I'm 100 miles per hour. I can't stop. I can't slow down. I don't rest often, so I've been trying to balance and really focus on being calm. So we were out on the boat for a while, we had dinner, and then some of the group went downstairs to play a more high energy game. And after a few minutes of being down there, I internally felt like this doesn't feel good. Like this doesn't feel aligned with who I am and what I want and what I want to do. And I spent some time with a group, but now I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to go outside because one, it's beautiful. Two, I have an awesome view of the lake and the boats whizzing by. And this view is not something I get to have every day. And by going up there, I'm choosing to replenish myself, give myself what I need. I'm not being rude either, because I'm just saying, hey, I'm going to go hang out outside because it's beautiful outside and I want to go watch the boats whiz by. And in doing so, I felt more powerful instead of like sitting downstairs and being like, I'm not really enjoying this. I'm downstairs in a dark basement when I could be outside enjoying, the weather and the scenery and the trees and the river. So that helps me to make choices, because I know who I am, make choices that are aligned with who I am, that make me feel good about myself and my equilibrium internally. And that's just one example. Some other examples for me are health and fitness. So I choose to put things into my body, whether it's food or drink, that nourishes and replenishes. So that might mean being in social settings and saying no to things, and maybe explaining to people why, or why, maybe not explaining why, but making the choice because it is what is aligned to my core values. And that's hard with societal pressures. So the ultimate thing that we come back to is making these choices, setting these boundaries, having this like powerful statement of why, and being respectful while doing it will make you feel a lot better internally. So all of this I say because it's best to figure out who you are. Because if you know who you are, you can lean into that and you can pull things into your life that align with that. And if you live in alignment, you are going to live a happier, healthier life. And it's going to be a lot easier to deal with stress and whatever the world brings your way if you are leaning into who you truly feel like you are. So check out the blog post below. They'll give you a lot more information on all of this stuff. And let me know. Let me know what your core values are. Let me know what your personality type is. Let me know what you changed or when you set boundaries or what you did that was powerful for yourself. You can link it in the comments below, or you can put in the comments in the blog, but let me know. I would love to hear what you're doing to change your life, to lean more into alignment for you.